Hey YouTube, it's your girl Serene and I'm back with a new video. This video was inspired by summer and I was feeling like the sunset type of vibe. So if you're interested in how I got this look, then keep on watching. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I thought that my camera was recording when I did the first layer of my foundation, but I'll just do the second one on camera. This is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Chai. To contour today, I'm going to be using the Loreal Infallible Proglow foundation to contour. I find that using a foundation, especially a liquid foundation, is so much easier to use as a cream contour. It just blends out so much better. After I place it down with a brush, I just blend it out with a beauty blender. To highlight, I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I always use the concealer after I cream contour just in case I might have put too much contour down so that I can brighten my face back up. To set my concealer, I'm going to be using the Mercier translucent setting powder. And I put a little bit of the powder underneath my cheekbone just to give me a little bit more of a contour. For my eyebrows, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pomade in the shade Ebony. For the front of my brows, I'm going to be using the Benefit Cosmetics Precisely My Brow in the shade number 4. And to clean up my eyebrows, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer. For my brow gel, I'm using the Essence Make Me Brows. And for my eyeshadow base, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer again. I put a little bit on, I blend it out with a brush, and then I blend it again with a beauty blender. And then I set it with the Mercier translucent setting powder. For my transition shade, I'm dipping into the Perception palette by Colourpop. This is the shade Culture. The next shade I'm going to be using is the shade Thick from the Perception palette. And I'm going to be buffing this orange shade all over my lid so that the other colors that I put down blend in more evenly and seamlessly. Next, I'm going to be using the Morphe James Charles palette. I'm dipping into this red shade, and I'm going to be packing that on with a really dense, small brush. And then after I pack it on, I blend it out with a clean blending brush. I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer again. I'm going to use it to cut my crease. I use this concealer to cut my crease because I have hooded lids. So if I didn't use a product to cut my crease, then the shadow that I put on my eyelid would just fold and then it would stay in place. I'm going to be dipping back into the James Charles palette, dipping into this orange shade, and I'm putting that on the outer corner of my lid and working it all the way to the center of my lid. I'm dipping back into that palette and I'm going to be using this red shade just to blend the orange and the red together. I'm going to be using the Proceed with Caution palette, and I'm dipping into the shade Caution, which is this yellow shade. I'm going to be blending the yellow with the orange at the center, and then just packing the yellow on my lid to the inner corner of my lid. Next, I'm going to blend out the edges of my eyeshadow using the Perception palette, that shade Culture that we used in the beginning as a transition shade. I'm going to be using that to blend all the colors together. For my inner corner highlight, I'm using Trophy Wife from Fenty Beauty. I'm dipping back into the Perception palette to smoke out my lower lash line. This is the shade Thick. I'm going to be using that red shade again from the James Charles palette, and I'm going to be putting that as close to my lash line as possible on the bottom, just so that it can blend out more seamlessly with the orange that I just put down. For my eyeliner, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Cosmetics Cream Eyeliner. Cream eyeliners are so much easier to use than the liquid ones, in my opinion, just because the brush is more controllable. My mascara is the Maybelline Big Shot mascara. My lashes today are from the Sephora collection, and they are the style Roll With It. For my lower lash mascara, I'm using the Smashbox Superfan mascara. And then to line my waterline, I'm using the Sephora collection eyeliner pencils. I'm using the Badescu facial spray to set my skin. For my highlight, I'm using this Dose of Colors highlight. This is Chasing the Sun. And I'm highlighting my cheekbones, my nose, and my brow bone. For my blush, I'm using Milani Cosmetics Bellissimo Bronze. This is the Morphe Highlight and Sculpt palette. I'm going to be using those top two shades to bronze my forehead, cheekbones, and my jawline. I'm going to be dipping back into that palette and using the darkest shade with a fan brush, and I'm using that to contour my forehead, my cheekbones, and my jawline. For my lip liner, I'm using Nyx Cosmetics Downtown Beauty. My lip gloss is Nyx Cosmetics in the shade Sugarmama. On top of that, I'm using this clear gloss that I just picked up from the beauty supply store and putting it right on top. And that is it for this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time on my channel, please hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.